Josh Green here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Jai Opetaia, just a month out from the fight against Jordan Thompson here over in the UK. How you doing, Jai?
Doing good, thanks, mate.
Yeah, good to hear. Does this feel like a big occasion coming over to the UK and with the cruiserweight title on the line?
Definitely, bro. Huge occasion. You know what I mean? And I know Jordan Thompson, not a joke. I know he's going to come to win this fight, so we're taking it very serious. We're training very hard, so we're coming for war.
What threats does Jordan Thompson pose, and is there anything in there that you think maybe you haven't faced before?
Obviously his size, he's a tall opponent, but we do what we got to do. Bit of fucking razzle dazzle, and we get in there. So I'm excited. He's a good test, and that's what we want to do. We want to test ourselves. He's a good boxer. He's got good range. So let's get it on.
When you fought Mairis Briedis, as you have, it was long sort of said the best in the division. Does it, one, how much confidence does that give you that you've got the W there? And two, are there any more surprises? Can it get sort of any better than that?
Definitely. Are you talking about can it get better than my performance with Broadus?
Well, can the opponent in the other corner, can they be better?
I think any real boxer will tell you that styles make fights. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for a new test. But as far as me, man, I'm a whole different person from that fight. You know what I mean? That was my first time. These guys that see me on the international level, and I feel like, and we've had this whole year off, and this whole year we've just been grinding and grinding. You know what I mean? We've been getting this. The jaw's been fixed for months, but all year we've been waiting to lock in this fight, and when we've been having so many training camps and ups and downs, but we've stayed fit, we stayed strong, we stayed focused, and I'm just excited to get in the ring and show it.
What has the last 12 months been like for you? Because I think when fight night rolls around, it'll be around 14 months since you've been in the ring. What has it been like the last year or so?
It's been busy, man. Just living life, but just a lot of training. There's been a lot of stuff going on outside the ring that that's been out of my control. Obviously, with all these fights that have fallen through, but we're here now and we're focused on September 30, and that's where all our energy is going. So,
fighting over here in the UK, much of your professional career, of course, has been back home. Is that positive for you that you're going to be able to fight in a different country? And is there any sort of trepidation that comes with that?
Man, I've come from a big amateur pedigree, so I've been all over the world. I've fought and competed overseas. I've been over to London Olympic Games before. I fought over there. I had one of my professional fights in Mexico on the WBC undercard. I've been around. You guys only see me for this Breeders fight, so now you're all sort of sussing me out. But I've been around, man. I've been waiting for these opportunities. Grinding for them every day, just grinding non-stop. I've been waiting for these big fights to come because I always knew they were going to come. I always knew these world title fights were coming, so they're here now. And now I get these big stadiums to show it.
You talked a minute ago about fights falling through. Richard Riakporhe was obviously a name that was on the fans' lips, and unfortunately, the purse bids fell through for that one. Was that a frustration from your point of view?
Yeah, it was frustrating, man. That sort of stuff. I don't think that's between me and Riakporhe. I think that's between people. I think Riakporhe's a good fight. I think he's a tough fight, and I'm excited to fight someone like that. And I know he's got a big following back home, and that's what makes it exciting. You know what I mean? I want to fight the best, and then earn their respect and their country's respect. I want to prove that I'm the best cruiserweight. Fight this boxing stuff's what I do. I've been fighting my whole life, and I just want to show everyone that the king of the cruiserweights is here. And so start pumping up, starting to sweat.
After the politics and things like that seemingly getting in the way, do you think that fight with Riakporhe is still makeable down the line?
Yeah, why not? You know, obviously, if it makes money, it makes sense. You know, that's what they say. So let's make it happen. And you know, and I want to win all these belts. You know, I want to go for the WBO. You know, I really want that WBO. I want the WBC, WBA. I want them all. I want to be the unified.
Hmm. It's a strong cruiserweight division over here in the UK, and you obviously now have Matchroom on your side as well. Do you think that makes the big fights against people like Chris Billam-Smith, Lawrence Okolie over here as well? Do you think that makes them more makeable?
For sure. You know, that's part of the reason why we signed with them as well, to open doors for us. Because you know, I feel like us Aussies over here, we don't get much credit, but you know, we're going to earn it on September 30, and we're going to keep earning it after that. You know what I mean? And that's all what we needed, that international sort of platform to show that we mean business down here.
Yeah. Do you feel like, kind of like, despite what you've achieved in the sport in your career, you're kind of shoved into a corner a little bit, and the fact that you're now going to be able to come over here and show it to the world?
That's exactly right. They're trying to shove us in a corner, put us over here. Hey, we're going to be fucking running the room soon.
I want to talk to you about the first fight between Lawrence Okolie and Chris Billam-Smith. Over here, it was seen as a little bit of a shock that Billam-Smith got the win. Was that your opinion as well?
Sorry, say that again.
Over here, it was seen as a shock that Chris Billam-Smith got the win over Lawrence Okolie. Was that your opinion as well?
You know, they're both sort of they're brawlers. You know, Okolie's got a funny looking style, to be honest. You know what I mean? He's got a real awkward style. But Billam-Smith just got a gas tank on him, mate, and just keeps coming forward. But you know, it was a pretty ugly fight, but it is what it is. I'd love to fight Chris Billam-Smith for the WBO when I get the opportunity.
Mairis Briedis is a name that's still very much in the offing for you. The IBF have obviously ordered the rematch if you come through the tie with Jordan Thompson. How much are you relishing getting back in the ring with him?
Man, I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean? The people think I was lucky last time, and I feel like I'm going to win it better this time. You know what I mean? I've had a whole year of, you know, these guys are everyone that they're putting my name against. They're up here trying to maintain what they have. You know what I mean? They're at that level where they've reached capacity. Now they're just trying to hold it as long as they can. Hey, I'm climbing. You know what I mean? I'm getting stronger, faster, sharper. They've yet to see the best of me.
You're a big underdog in that first fight. Do you still think there's something in terms of proving people wrong, proving doubters wrong in a rematch?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. If I'm an underdog again, we can win some more money.
The final thing I want to talk to you about is the weekend events between Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois. First of all, the low blow, also it's being called. What were your views on
that? Man, unfortunately, you know, there's some things that happen in boxing that are just out of our control. You know what I mean? And that's one of those sort of that's one of those sticky areas. You know what I mean? It was like it wasn't a low blow on the balls, but you know, was it on the belt? It's just whoever scores who. You know what I mean? It's a hard one to call. What did you call it?
I've seen photos that sway opinions each way.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
In terms of Usyk's performance overall, I think most would say dominant over the rounds that were played out, of course. Were you impressed with the performance?
Yeah, man. I'm a fan of Usyk. You know, I used to watch Usyk so much, sort of coming through my pro ranks and stuff like that. And now could be his competition.
Is he a bit of a... Go on.
Hey, sorry?
Go on, continue.
No, you go off. I forgot what I was saying now.
I was going to say, is he a little bit of a template? Because what he achieved at Cruiserweight and stepping up to the heavyweight division, and now he's seemingly dominating up there as well.
Yeah, for sure, man. He just, you know, makes me think or like he should make anyone think, you know, if he can do it, why can't we? You know, he's a human, he's a person just like us. If I'm willing to do the hard work and, you know, do all the hard training and, you know, the sparring, everything right, why can't I do that sort of stuff? You know, and I'm willing to do the hard work. I'm willing to do what needs to be done. So for sure, I would love to go up to heavyweight eventually, but I feel like you got to earn it first. So we've got to clear out this division first.
All right, I'll leave the final word to you. What's going to happen on the 30th September against Jordan Thompson?
My hand will be raised at the end of the fight.
That's what we like to hear. Cheers for your time, Joe Opetaia.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.